Hello and welcome back to the coverage here of the DTM Winter Cup final. I do apologise for the technical issues we've just had there. Unfortunately, we're not in charge of the entire internet world, and we're let down by our internet providers there. Hopefully you can actually see what's going on here now then. I do apologise very, very much for that, what happened there. And we also missed Tim Heineman taking the lead from Alexander Dornid as well. It was quite a straightforward exercise for Tim. But he has taken that lead, and they've both pulled away from Lerner also as well. So we do apologise for missing that. But Lerner is in third spot, and nothing to do with Dunedin going slow. It's actually Heineman has picked up the pace and pulled away from Lerner and caught Dunedin and taken the lead of this race with 6 minutes to go. Again, apologies for missing all of that. Absolutely sod's law that would happen during the point where the leaders would battle in this grand final. Cannot believe that just happened to us. But there you go. Lerner in a comfortable third spot right now, and he's leading from Bodine. So Bodine is the one who's threatening the podium positions here at the moment. Remember, the podium positions are the key ones. Those are the ones that get to go to the opening race of the DTM season at Hockenheim. On the podium and get the trophies presented to them. So Lerner is clinging on right now ahead of Bodine.
Yeah, just coming back to it, it's unfortunate that we had the disconnect, but regardless of that, it seems like our podium is pretty much sorted itself out. I guess, like you're saying, we have Bodine 2 seconds down on Lerner. It's potentially he could reel Lerner in, but with only 5 minutes left.
If our connections worked at the moment, I do apologise for the troubles we're having.
Ryan, do you get me? Do you hear me?
Can't even change vehicle right now. Oh. There we go. So we are now on board with Bodine. We have been on board that entire time. It just wasn't showing on my screen. It's incredible what's going on here at the moment. I do apologise for the issues we've had. I have words with the internet provider for here. Had to happen right now, didn't it? Had to happen in those few seconds. We also I just feel like the broadcast is dropping frames now also at the moment. I do apologise for that as well. Oh, goodness me. Our connection has gone completely. We pay a lot of money for this connection also as well. A lot of money for this connection. It let us down here at the moment. So it sounds like making an excuse, but nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. Bodine, like I say, is the driver who's the one with a chance of breaking up these top three at the moment. But he is losing some pace to Lerner at the moment. The gap is growing. It was under 2 seconds. It's now just over 2 seconds.
Yeah, just doing a quick mic check, Ryan. Do you read me here?
The battle at the front isn't completely over yet, by the way. The gap is coming down a little bit from just over 2 seconds back to just under 2 seconds between Dornadine and Heineman. The two red Audis at the front. And this will be interesting to see whether Heineman's maybe used a bit too much of his tyres. And he's starting to struggle in these last few minutes of the race. We should have another 2 laps here. So another 2 laps to go. 3 minutes left to do those 2 laps and 2 minutes left in the timer. So the next time they cross the line will be for the final time. And Dornadine is under 2 seconds behind. If you just gain half a second on this lap, perhaps put a bit of pressure on Heineman, maybe get a bit of DRS into the next lap, that will make it very interesting indeed. So Dornadine pursuing now round the parabolica down towards the hairpin. Very heavy braking zone. And Heineman will lead still from Dornadine. The gap has actually increased a little bit around that section as well. So not what we wanted to see from Dornadine. Dornadine can see that winner spot ahead of him. He just can't quite do anything about it right now. Mercedes Arena for the penultimate time. Donovan will be trying his heart out right now, trying to catch Heinemann. Heinemann looks like he's got it sewn up at the moment. He'll take a mistake from his fellow German driver, I believe. And see, in terms of Germany, look at that. We've got 8 Germans in the top 8, only broken up by a Greek. And then it's German again, all the way down to 14th position. Before then, you see an assortment of different nationalities. Can Donovan make anything happen onto this final lap now then? It's less than a minute. Oh, it takes over a minute to do this lap. So this will be the final lap of the race. Donovan is pursuing Heinemann for this race win, but the gap is increasing. Heinemann has put his foot down once again, and it looks like Tim Heinemann's going to be victorious once again in these DTM competitions. Remember, he's got a litany of winners' results. Came first in his quarterfinal, first in time attack, first in the semi-final, first in the DTM Championship last season, the big long championship that lasted all of 2015, second in the Spring Cup. That's the only blot on the copybook of Tim Heinemann. Tim is going to win this race, you would feel, based on the results over the rest of the season, getting all those first places. It looks like it will be well deserved as well. Donovan has been Mr. Consistency, been out front, not made any mistakes in general, and has made sure that he has been running at the front all the way through these races, not spinning, not taking out any of the car, not getting involved. Heinemann has done it a little bit of a hard way in the semi-final and in the final, dropped back to 5th spot early on in both of those, and came back to win both races. Tim Heinemann is coming now around towards the final 2 corners, and Tim Heinemann is going to take the win here. Tim Heinemann will be the champion of the DTM Winter Cup, and he comes across the line, weaves across the line in delight. He will go to the top of the winners' podium at Hockenheim in around about a month and a half's time, and he will take that first place trophy. Donovan will join him in 2nd spot, and in 3rd spot, Lerner will be on that podium also as well. So the 1, 2, 3 from Heinemann, Donovan and Lerner, the 3 that we expected to be in those top 3 spots, and there they are, in the order that we predicted them to be in also as well. Well done to all of those. People are still batting as they come across the line as well. Matzik is right behind Tom here as they go into the final complex. Schultz will finish in 8th spot. 9th will be Zenitos. 10th will be Baumgartner, with Shirley is 11th. Fritsch will finish in 12th spot. You would feel he's just ahead of this battle. There he is, leading his fellow Red Bull Audi around. Brockmeyer, who's just behind him, will finish at 12th spot. And it will be Tom holding off Matzik. And across the line they come. Fritsch, Brockmeyer, Tom, Matzik, Arella, and Lindauer. And there are the results of the race. Confirmation there that Heinemann wins from Donovan and Lerner. Now, hopefully, we'll get a couple of driver interviews post-race here. A reminder also as well that the NSU has just been released by RaceRoom and is available now for purchase. A lovely, slow, fun car, this one. A great fun around the Moscow Raceway. In fact, actually drove this car around, and it was great fun around these tight, twisted tracks. A little bit dull on the old straights, but apart from that, it's fantastic fun, and I very much recommend getting that and purchasing that, putting it in your RaceRoom Live. Remember, RaceRoom is a free-to-play game, and you add content as you wish as you go along. We'll be right back with hopefully some driver interviews in a few minutes.
Hello.
Hello and welcome back to the DTM Winter Cup. We've got the driver interviews now, post-race. The winner of the race was Tim Heineman, along with Durnedin and Lerner on the podium positions, Danny. We apologise for those technical issues again, but a great fight back there from Tim Heineman, Danny.
Yeah, Heineman surges forward within the last, 11 minutes of that event. We missed the overtake that he had, or the battle he had with Durnedin for the first place there. Went swap positions really quickly. Then Heineman seizes control, takes the race. Durnedin had a slight run at him, sprung the gap within about 2 seconds, I would say, within the last couple minutes. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough. So Tim Heineman is our DTM Winter Cup champion.
Yeah, we don't have Tim, unfortunately, here to interview, but we do have the other two podium winners. Congratulations to Alexander Durnedin and Moritz Lerner for them. Alex, you were so close to taking that win. How did you feel after the first lap when you saw Heineman in 5th spot?
Yeah, I was really excited, to be honest. Didn't expect that, but yeah, also a bit happy.
I mean, happy to get that 2nd spot, happy to get that pole position as well. That was a great effort. Talk us through that qualifying session. You really hooked it up.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, to be honest. I thought Heinemann would be faster, but yeah.
Yeah, and obviously on that lap you went almost 2/10 quicker than anybody else. Is that the fastest lap time you've ever done round there? Was that a personal best?
Actually not, but close to. Yeah.
Close to it, yeah. And it's that was a great effort doing that. And then obviously the battle we had with Tim Heineman, we missed it on the broadcast, unfortunately, because we had some technical issues, typical of what would happen during that section. But talk us through what happened in that battle, because we need to know what happened. We didn't see it.
Yeah, the battle was really short. I had a little mistake at the first corner, and Heinemann could close the gap, and he had DRS, I think. Yeah, and he just passed me at the hairpin.
And there's nothing you can really do about that?
No, not really.
I mean, you must be delighted. Sorry, Tim?
Hello.
Tim echoing there, unfortunately, with his microphone. Sorry, to finish up with Alex. You must be delighted to be on 2nd spot, though. I mean, come through all those rounds and finally get to 2nd spot must be a great effort.
Yeah, really happy and really proud to get the 2nd place. Actually, Heinemann was just too fast, I think. So yeah, I'm really happy.
Well, congratulations to Alex once again. 2nd spot, not quite the win, but you've certainly made a name for yourself there. We were very impressed, weren't we, Danny?
Yeah, Durnedin definitely, or Alex, rather, definitely you seem like you were the guy that was almost destined to win this competition, especially after that Q session. So well done to you. Fortunately, it just wasn't enough in the end, but 2nd place, still a great job nonetheless. And now we have Tim Heineman, our DTM Winter Cup champion. So Tim, before I talk to you about what happened in the race per se, what's going on in that Q session? You had to back out your lap early on, and then you wait 15 minutes before going out back on the track. So
Evening. I was going out before, but yeah, I think it wasn't really my best day. So I couldn't get the lap together, and yeah, then I had only 5 minutes in the left, but yeah, I think place 2 is still okay for that.
yeah, so then you're on the charge for Durnedin, and then you go off into the first corner, I believe. So that sends you back to 5th position. What's going through your head at that moment? Because, you know, Durnedin was the faster of the two of you guys to begin with. Do you think that potentially you let this whole thing slip away, considering you only have 30 minutes then to recover from a 5th position?
Yeah, I made a little mistake and yeah, was going to wide in the first corner, but yeah, I don't know what I really thought. Yeah, place 1 was in front of me, and yeah, then I was in P5, but yeah, then I could close the gap and yeah, could chase the win away from Alex.
You had a few drivers in front of you at that point, of course, and you make an insane double overtaking move into the hairpin of Sector 2. talk us through that, because was that a little bit easier than what you would have originally thought, or like what's the thought process there?
Yeah, I had DRS, so that was good for me. And yeah, braking really, really late. I thought there was a little contact with one of the other guys, but I don't think it was too hard. But I think the move was more luck than skill, so yeah. But was going out for me in the end, so everything is okay.
So, what are your overall thoughts now from of being a defending champion here, winning yet another race room competition like this, and of course being able to go to the DTM event in May 8th to actually be crowned the DTM Winter Cup champion? I mean, what's your overall takeaway here, Tim?
Yeah, I hope that I can win more championships like that are coming up. Hopefully a ADSC GT Masters Championship or something like that, and TT Cup. And yeah, I think there's still room to improvement, so yeah, trying to push harder and win more.
Well, certainly good luck to you in your future endeavors, and well done in that, of course, winning the DTM Winter Cup here. Now we're gonna go to our third podium man, and Moritz Lerner. So Moritz, you were pretty much tremendous throughout the entirety of the competition, in the hot lapping section, of course in the quarterfinals and the semifinals, and then to get the podium position here today. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels very great. And I started from sixth, not my best qualifying, and ended up on third. I'm really happy because Tim and Alex had another pace I couldn't get with them.
So, okay, you mentioned their pace. At one point, you're sitting second after Tim goes off. At any point, do you feel that you can actually win this thing?
Yeah, at first time I could get the pace with Alex, and I thought I can chase him, but in the end he get faster and faster, and yeah, made a bigger gap to me. And then Tim overtook me, and yeah, at this point it was over for me, and I wanted to save my third place.
So, like you're saying, Tim gets pat back around you. There was a moment where you were close enough to use DRS when it comes to getting back around Heinemann. What's your thought process? Because I know in one moment, going after the straightaway, going into the hairpin, you elected not to use DRS and instead just used the slipstream. Was it your thought process that you weren't going to try to overtake Tim, or were you actually trying to get back around him for that second spot?
Of course, I wanted to try to get back my second spot, but Tim always accelerated very good in the corner, and with DRS I couldn't get close to him for overtake. So yeah.
Well, regardless, well done to you, Moritz. To finish third in a competition like this, I saw hundreds try to even get to the finals and just couldn't get anywhere close. Is an incredible feat in its own right. So well done to you. We now have our fourth interviewee in Jan Stenga. So Ryan.
Yeah, we've got all the podium positions sewn up there with the interviews, and we've got a bonus interview. Jan Stanger has joined us on the in the interview booth. Jan, overall, great result for yourself. Are you pleased or a little bit disappointed?
First of all, good evening.
Good evening.
For sure, I'm really pleased with this result.
Oh.
It was just brilliant for me. First laps, I tried to push hard to keep a little gap on the front spot runners, but it was so difficult because of the first corner. That's at Hockenheim such a critical point, and you must yes take a moderate risk there to avoid a slow down penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided to drive there a bit more slow and yeah, maintain my position.
It paid off for you in the end. How did it feel to be battling against the likes of Heinemann and Dornadin? I mean, you've probably raced them before in other competitions, but how did it feel to be racing them, in such a prestigious competition as this one?
Yeah, it was a complete different feeling because in this race, you know, these guys were absolute super fast and on the limit, and I tried to be there as well, but their pace are so fast. You know, it's more about a few tenths. These guys are faster per lap, and it's so hard to maintain a gap. And I tried always my best, took some risks for sure in the race. It looked at the end more easy than it was, but there was really no chance to close in. But yes, the pace was overall very good, and I decided to save my 5th place after quite a difficult first half of the race with much overtaking maneuvers and some DRS critical attacks from behind. But at the end, I was super happy, no doubt about it.
Yeah, we saw lots of battling in those early stages, didn't we, Danny, with all those AMG Mercedes. It's very confusing for us to try and watch it. But congratulations to you, Jan, even, sorry, for coming through and winning that. Well, winning, I guess winning is, you are winning a 5th spot, though, aren't you? Because you've come through against thousands of people. And it's been a very interesting competition, hasn't it, Danny? We've seen, obviously, the quarterfinals and then the 2 semi-finals, which broadcasted, then the final there, which, again, just showed the class of a few of these drivers.
Yeah, you know, a competition that started in December with the hot lapping segment of it, 6 rounds of that. Then we get to the quarterfinals. Everyone kind of gets to see what one another has on the actual track, which was interesting. And then we saw, of course, live broadcast of the semifinals last week that took us to today's finals, which we wrapped everything up with a Tim Heineman victory. It's been a very interesting ride. Any driver that even qualified for the finals, it's such a bloodbath kind of getting through those semifinals that anyone that even made it here to the finals today, hats off to you. And it's been an absolute privilege to sit here and cover this for all those that are interested in watching.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Thank you everyone for watching. Congratulations to the podium positions, especially Tim Heineman. He's the winner once again of one of these RaceRoom competitions. He takes away the championship of the DTM Winter Cup, and he will be on the top step of the podium alongside Lerner and Dornadin at Hockenheim in, I think it's in May, isn't it, Danny?
May 8th, yeah.
May
the
8th,
first round
yeah.
of DTM.
You can always rely on Danny to remember when the DTM's opening races. Not quite sure why. He's from Philadelphia, but you know, every single time I've asked him, he's come up trumps. So, and thank you again to Danny as well for broadcasting with us. Thank you to RaceRoom as well for obviously allowing us to broadcast and obviously producing such a fantastic game. The great looking, great sounding, great models. So we love RaceRoom, don't we, Danny? And we look forward to broadcasting more stuff for them soon.
Absolutely. So we'll see you guys the next time.